Good afternoon. I'm in the middle of a forest because that's what you do on a Thursday afternoon. It was raining and I was going to stay inside all day and I was just like, what am I doing? This is boring. I want to go out and just do something. Let me just make something from scratch. So my little brain, I saw a video of Red Dead Redemption 2, the old Western sort of cowboy game. It's really good. If you haven't played it, I'll put some on the screen now. But that's the kind of vibe that the whole game has, that old school sort of time. And I was like, oh, actually, I can make a photo of that because I know a woods that's similar scenery, and then I could use AI to try and enhance it and add some like old school barns and things like that into the photo and just get out and shoot. I just want to get out and take photos really, but that's the idea I have for photos. So yeah, we're going to go around this forest, find some cool spots, get some landscape pictures that I don't normally do, shoot something different because that's what you should do to develop your photography, and then we'll head back to the desk and see what magic we can do with AI and see if we can come up with some cool photos. That's it really. Yeah, this is sick, look. Full track road, symmetry. The only thing is, it's just really creepy. Even in the daytime it's creepy because it's like pitch black woods to the right and left and you're just in the middle on your own. Right, I'm far enough down. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go 28mm, which this can do. I'm just gonna go dead down the middle, like that. And obviously that doesn't look like much now, but trust me, when I edit it and add some elements into it, we're gonna make these look a lot better. This is a really cool spot. Wow, that looks really cool in there. Look at this. Nice little verge. Big tree there. Straight into that forest. Yeah, this might be another shot. You all know that I hate shooting wide as well because I'm just bad at it. That's why I don't like it. But I'm growing, it's growing on me. I'm getting better. My last shoot with that Ferrari, if you've watched that, I'd used the wide lens and I got some really cool shots with it. So I'm using it today. I haven't even switched to the 85mm yet. So yeah, I think I'm getting better shooting wide. I think it's just because it's more, I'm thinking of that perspective photo instead of just one subject. So I can actually shoot wider because I can get more in the photo. Ooh, that's cool. That's cool. That could be like a nice driveway and then a big house tucked in those trees there, and we can leave this scenery in there and put a house in the middle. So when you do photography, it's like you look at things, people just look at something and they're like, oh cool, but I look at it and I'm like, oh, I could do this and I could shoot this and that could be a photo there. And now the AI is a thing. Now it's, my brain's even more like, okay, I could put a house right there. Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. Should be sick. I think we've got some really cool shots today. I think this is going to be a success, hopefully. Sorry, your sign's actually broke, so it doesn't actually correctly say what I can and can't do, so I'm going in. Now this is cool. Big old hole in the ground, and do you know where my brain's going? My brain is going a lake. Mountains, normal track, could leave this. Mountains, mountains, lake. Get rid of all of that, put a lake there. God, I'm a genius. But it's so hot for no reason. Like it was raining and now it's just like humid. I'm dying, but I'm finished anyway. I've got the drone shots. I went back through and got the 85mm shots. We've got the wide shots as well. So we've got a nice variety of nice clean landscape shots that we can now manipulate in Photoshop and see if we can turn them into a completely different photo and try and get that Red Dead Redemption style that we were trying to go for at the start. So I'll see you back at the desk. Right, so let's have a look at these photos. I went and edited them last night on in Photoshop. So the next day I've been to the gym And yeah, we're just gonna do, I'll show you the before and afters, and then I will do one all the way through to show how the AI works, and then we'll quickly show you a couple of tricks in Lightroom to make them look better. So we have got the first one here. This is what we were, this is the photo we took, and then this is what we turned it into. Bosh. So I just added mountains, a sign, a bit of gravel, a nice lake on the left, and a nice another set of mountains. That is Red Dead Redemption right there. If I do say so myself, that is sick. Next one, we've got this one inside here. I was like, okay, this is quite closed, so let's do something simple, like a little log cabin, a fire, some logs, and I've even added, if you notice, a little trail that goes even further down, because in the original, that wasn't there. So we added the trail. Obviously, that looks really like shit, like the logs look like animated, but I'm going to show you a couple of tricks in Lightroom afterwards to make them look better. We've got this one. I didn't show this one in the video, but this is just like a nice road that curves around. I wanted to open up the right-hand side. So, where is it? In here. Here it is. Opened up the right-hand side. Again, the objects look animated, but the scenery is quite good. It's done a really good job with the mountains. It's even faded the mountain, added a bit of fog. But yeah, the subjects are too bright, but bear with me, bear with me. This is actually a really cool one. This was where we found that track where I was like, I'm gonna put a house at the end. So I went and did that. Nice simple one. Extended the mountains at the back, so if you look, the trees were there. I just wanted to give it a bit more depth. So I added the house and then the one in the background. I think this looks the most realistic, to be honest. Out of all of them, I think this looks the most realistic. What's next? Oh yeah, this was the little, it looked a lot bigger in person. It doesn't look that big right now, but it was a really steep hill to this little hole at the bottom where there was a tree. But like I said in the video, I wanted a lake and some mountains, and then it's even added the fog on the mountains on the left and like hazed them out. That's, yeah, it's nuts. This is the updated version of the Photoshop AI beta. And then I added the gravel here and then some boats. But again, Lightroom in a second, I will sort that out. Last one, nice little road here. This was on the way out, so I actually didn't film this. And then I just wanted to add a nice little town, like you're going in to a town. That's it. Let's quickly do one of the ones in Photoshop so you can actually see how it works if you haven't got it, but you should get it. If you've got Photoshop, you get it for free. This was just a little photo here. I'm going to keep this subject, and then on the left, let's just add in, I'm going to do the same thing just because I want to show you how it works. You basically find a selecting tool. For me, it's always the box. You do that, and then I'm just going to type in old barn, and it's just going to give me an old barn, and it normally merges it in with the environment, so it's going to put it with the trees and make it make sense, hopefully. So let's see what happens. There we go. So look, it's put it behind the trees. It hasn't put it on top of the trees, it's put it behind them, and that looks realistic. Like I can look at that, look at that. It's so good, it's a joke. It is actually a joke. That's what's come in the new beta, because normally it would just replace those trees, but in the new beta update, it's now putting stuff behind the trees. So yeah, it's just crazy. I'm gonna leave that one there like that. That looks perfect like that. And now let's head into Lightroom. So what I was saying, obviously it's really animated the things that it adds in, and that is because it doesn't add shadows and all these different textures to them. It just, what do you mean file not found? Okay, it said it wasn't located. I found the files. But what was I saying? The shadows, the objects don't have like shadows and texture. So that's all we're gonna do. We're just gonna come to the adjustments, if I could speak, drag a linear gradient over, and we're just gonna add some shadows in and darken it a bit. So look, now those logs look a little bit more realistic, like there, and then we'll desaturate them slightly because they are a bit too orange. It doesn't need to be that orange. And then the same with the fire. We can just actually just brush over this with that, and then we can just darken it down a little bit. It doesn't need to be that bright. The house I'm gonna leave, that's fine. Where was the other one that was quite obvious? That one, I don't mind that one. That's cool. This one actually, yeah, let's do the floor. So I'll just get a brush tool, and then we'll just brush this gravel. Not going to be too particular, because the more particular you be, then it looks more fake again. So you just want to be rough with it and have some bits more darker than the others. So we can just bring that shadow down on that. I actually want to make them orange, if I can. Okay, no, I'm not. Yeah, let's just bring the shadows down to about there. And then it almost, like, because some of them are darker, it's like someone's walked on them and they're a little bit damp. So they're damp rocks, which is why they look different. And then the last obvious one was these ones. So again, we're just gonna grab the brush on this. We're gonna brush over these subjects quickly. And we're just gonna bring the exposure down on them. Exposure down on that. Highlights down a little bit. Blacks down a little bit. And then we're gonna desaturate them all together, about there. And then obviously I can go through and clean up the bits where I like going over into the environment and things like that, but you just need to add some shadows and things like that to make the objects and the rest of the stuff look more realistic. But yeah, I think that was a success. Red Dead Redemption 2 style photos. I've just taken normal landscapes and then transforming it. So we do half the effort with the camera, half the effort with AI. I think it looks sick. It's fun, and it just gives you even more ideas now to go out and shoot. If you don't have the location, doesn't matter, you can add the location in, just do half of the work first. And all these photos were edited with my Lightroom presets. I'll quickly show you some of them. Like we've got Old Town, that's the one I used for this. So you just bring the exposure down, it gives you that nice orange sort of old school vibe. And then we've got like the woods one, it's like a cinematic darker green, bit of more magenta in the browns and stuff like that. Gives you that sort of cinematic look to the photo. There's 10 of them in a pack, but I'm working on my new pack, so I would wait for that because I'm gonna do a bundle deal. You can get my old pack and my new pack together in one, so 30 presets at a discounted price. But yeah, if you wanna check out the first pack, link in the description. All my other videos as well, I'll leave one here that you should go watch. That's it, go use Photoshop AI and just go outside and take some photos, all right? Get off your ass and go outside, take some photos. Go touch grass.